What's going on, guys? Oops, that's the wrong one. Here we go. What's going on, guys? We should be live.
Yay!
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Chat. Let us know, chat, if you can hear everyone. We have some very special guests here tonight that you may recognize.
Hey, everyone. Great to be here. Thanks for having us, Stephen and Autumn.
Yes.
Excited to chat with you guys.
And we are truly honored to be here. We've been watching your podcast and both of your individual work for such a long time, and you both are uber talented people, really kind and nice, crazy, intelligent. So it's like amazing to be here.
Oh, too kind, too kind. I mean, and right back at you guys. I mean, not only are you guys talented and just very warm people, I swear, if you guys ever have the chance to meet them at NAMM, definitely take the opportunity to go up to them. They are just so warm. They're the kind of people that will just make you feel like you've known them for forever.
Aww.
Like that's the kind of people that they are. They're just very inclusive and just very kind.
That's so nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, fixing everything, guys. Fixing everything in the background.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
it looks like
Okay.
it looks like everybody can hear you guys, so that's
Okay,
a
good.
good sign. Hey, Rival Beats, Rob Taylor, we got EchoCraft, DJ Rec. What is up, you guys? If Doc,
Hi.
Hey, real quick, EchoCraft, how is your sister doing? Just, I'd like to know. I'd like to know.
Rob Taylor has
Let's
donated
go.
a taco to Sanjay. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Tacos. I love tacos.
Sanjay actually loves tacos.
Yeah.
That is so kind.
Thank
That's
you,
amazing.
Rob.
Awesome. Favorite
Hey,
taco,
hi,
Sanjay.
Barbie. That's so nice. I saw it's kind of cool. Aw, that's so sweet. Are we, by the way, are we delayed?
Probably, yeah. It'll be delayed on the live.
Okay.
Dang. You know, I got a friend going through chemo as well, Echo.
Aw.
So hopefully your sister can stay active. I try to keep my friend walking because she's
Yes.
she needs to walk more.
Yes.
That's all I'll say.
I had cervical cancer and I've been in surgical recovery for the last 2 years with stage 4 endometriosis and a bunch of other issues. So the minute I came out of any of my surgeries, the doctor was like, you've got to walk. Even if it's 10 minutes, very tiny steps, you have to keep moving. And it's really hard and painful, but you guys can do it together. Just
Let's go.
keep going.
F cancer.
Yep.
Okay, so you know what I really wanted to do on this stream was talk about myths in the sort of YouTube community. I think because we're actually friends, we've dealt with sort of meeting people who are sort of in the maybe watchers, viewers, or we've interacted with these people, and you feel sometimes like there may be some thoughts around what actually happens, and so I wanted to talk about it. But first, I have the main question, but give me a second. I'm hearing a crazy echo and I'm dying. Hold on. Advanced audio properties.
Rob Taylor asks Sanjay, is there a new NPC?
A new NPC. I haven't heard any news about a new NPC, but I'll keep my eyes open and ears. I haven't heard anything about that. Did you hear something, Rob?
Rob Taylor says mint. I think he meant to put myth. And he says no.
You know, you always hear it on the channel. If I hear about a new NPC, there are rumors, I'll let you guys know. Watch the Saturday Music Gear News.
That sounds like an NPC. That sounds like one of those Oh, look at the little doggy.
Oh, that's so cute.
Every
Okay.
single time like we're on camera or I'm filming or something like that, she has to start making some kind of noise. So right now she's like scratching on the carpet.
She's trying to nest. It's her sleeping time, so she's like, look at her. She's building her nest. Excuse
Okay.
me.
Adorable.
We're on a call.
I've got some topics here. Okay.
All right, let's get into the topic.
Okay, let's go.
You guys can't see them, but the chat can. So the first topic, because I watched a video from Sanjay, and this is what the people really want to know. This is what I want to know, because you didn't answer it in the video. This year, you made a Moog Muse versus Arturia PolyBrute 12 video. You said which is for which. I went all the way to the end of the video at the conclusion, and you said the YouTuber thing that they say, which is both are great, but I'm gonna play the thing I have.
I probably said something like,
what is it? Moog Muse or Arturia PolyBrute 12? Choose 12. Now.
Oh, so you want me to choose right now?
You can only pick one.
PolyBrute 12.
Let's go.
Arturia is hard to beat.
That was quick.
And I'll tell you. Should I tell you why?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's so many cool things to play with that gives you added expression on it. They've got that ribbon above the keyboard. They've got the Morphe pad. And then they even have a morph knob too. So you've just got so many ways as you're playing to switch up the sound, and you can do it live, or you can just, even if you load a preset, you'll be surprised at whatever they've set to be, the morph destination for that sound. And wow, you got another sound all of a sudden. It's so cool. I love that stuff.
I know a lot of people in the chat are unhappy.
Well, not necessarily. We got Rob 100% agrees. EchoCraft doesn't.
EchoCraft's full mode now. He's I don't know what's next, but there's guaranteed to be another mode in there soon. Cream Dream all the way from Synth Samurai. What's going on?
Synth Samurai, hello.
Wagyu has both. Jeez.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Wow.
Trinity Living says Muse sounds better. Okay.
Oh, if you were talking about sound, okay. But then you're talking.
Wait.
Wait, how are you answering this?
No, I can, because there's so many
well, Sanjay likes to play and tinker and spin and press, and he likes the motor skills part of everything.
That makes sense. It depends on what sparks your interest, because for somebody it might be workflow, and someone else might like digging into like complexities of a gear, and someone else might favor sound. So that's
you said it much better.
Yeah.
I have I guess I'll call it, I could say which sound I like more, and I will ask if you feel the same way. So I personally think that I like the PolyBrute 12 more as a full synthesizer, but there's something about all of the PolyBrutes that's like in this low, like 300 hertz range. That's just like this weird, I don't know what it is. It's like a weird fail over that like area of sound. And that's what always gets me with the PolyBrutes. Or the.
You mean it's just missing something around that, in that area?
What's missing is like replaced with like this very muffled, low mid sound.
And as opposed to like the Moog Muse, when you're in that range, you're getting sharp, nice, punchy, So I would say, for me, the PolyBrute, and I haven't had experience with all of Arturia since, but the PolyBrute 12, when it's side by side with the Moog, it's a little bit more on the thin is too drastic a word, but a little bit more on the thin side of sound. But yeah, so if it's on sound, I would say there's something, no one can deny that classic Moog sound. The oscillators, the filter is just awesome. It just sounds exactly like you'd expect it to sound. But when it comes to tweaking and tinkering, and like Dharti was saying, I just love, trying different things. And oh yeah, I can twist this knob, but now I can do this little funny thing with the Morphe pad, and that's just so much fun for me.
He's a Lego builder, like, that's all I can say. Someone who likes to build things and get creative with things. So.
And this is why I will defend what I said at the end of the video by saying it depends on who you are. What do you like? Maybe it can be the PolyBrute 12 for you, or maybe the Moog Muse.
I mean, that's
what
like
kind
the
of
most...
musician are you?
Yeah, that's the most honest answer you could get. Or you could give. That is the most honest answer you could give, because it's really not a one size fits all.
No, you're right. I mean, I guess in a way that's why they're not exactly the same. They're supposed to be different in some way, so that it actually makes sense for someone to purchase both if they want to purchase both. I think that the PolyBrute 12 has the best. Oh, that's so tough to say. They also both look great, but in different ways.
Yeah.
So I can't just say look.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah.
Category.
It's like a car. You pick the car that works for you. The exterior, the interior, just what drives well. How do you like to drive? What kind of driver are you?
I would pick neither. If I had to, I'd pick neither. But because there's only two.
Okay, wait. So, Steven, you've got $4,000. And no synths in your collection, but you've got $4,000.
Who has no synths?
You sold all your synths.
And you have to pick something. What are you picking for? What are you spending that $4,000 on? Oh, you can only buy one.
Access Virus TI2 used.
Wow. I just saw one of those, a used one in Guitar Center. I was like tempted.
Not even close. Like I could say Prophet 6, but it's like a one-trick pony. I could say a Moog anything, one-trick pony. But yeah, Access Virus TI2. Yeah, that's right, Tony.
Tony.
What's up, Catherine? What's going on?
Hey, Catherine.
First of all, do you know everyone that's in this chat?
For the most part, yeah. Tony, Tony Chang. We're going to see Robert Glasper tomorrow, I think, in Hollywood.
Oh, cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, Tony's like officially the co-pilot of all of my channels.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Tony was here before the channel, and we've been friends for a long time in real life. So
that's really, you got a really nice community here.
Yeah, I love
Let's go, community.
When we joined last week, I loved being part of the chat and hearing everyone. And that was really nice.
I miss you too, Catherine.
Everybody has good questions. They're really supportive of each other. That's really nice.
J.E. says, Dharti, you and Sanjay look incredible per usual.
Thank you.
I know, right? It's like they keep the same clothes and everything on all the time. Okay. I think, aside from Sanjay and Dharti being YouTubers, Sanjay being extremely large, you're at like 500,000 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think this channel was important because I just always wanted to talk to my friends about stuff, right? Not even really always gear. So I think to start off something that maybe let's just call it a conspiracy theory. I'll put up the topic. Actually, no, I'll just roll the topic now. You guys won't see it, but the real YouTube people
I'm finding out the topics right now too, by the way, you guys. I asked Steven, I was like, hey, do you have like some talking points that you want me to like go through before? He's like, no, you're good. So I'm just learning this.
All of us.
Yeah.
No. So the topic is rolling. Probably Dharti can see it.
What do you think is the biggest conspiracy in music YouTube?
So I'm gonna
Do you
start
wanna-
off
Yeah.
not by what is, but sort of like, you know, in a weird way, even though we're sort of in the maybe electronic music synthesizer niche, right? Music YouTubers kind of so many know each other. I know so many in the guitar niche. I know so many. I just know guitar niche and beat making niche, right?
So
Yeah.
just
I
the music
think-
niche in general, right? Because Jack is asking for clarification for music YouTube. Just
I'll-
anything music related.
I'll
Musician.
Like
put-
music production, you mean?
Yeah, I'll put music production as sort of different than music because music YouTube also would include singing covers, which people don't do as much anymore.
Mhm.
But music production. So
Right.
I think a conspiracy theory is that we as music production YouTubers, when we talk to each other, we talk about gear and music stuff. And my personal opinion is that no one really does that.
No.
No. Oh my
Really
gosh.
don't
Not at all.
I really wish you
Very.
guys, if you guys could hear about like when we all went to dinner at NAM or after NAM. I mean, we were literally talking about like dream vacations, like food and
Health.
just health, family,
Family,
like
friends, yeah. It was
yeah, like how we met, our spouses. Like it's not like, hey, the Moog
Did you
this
see?
and
Yeah.
yeah. It's not
Here,
like
I
that at all.
can't answer that because I am probably the least music production person in this whole video thing right now. So I think what happens is the music brings all of you together, right? This is me as an observer. And within that music, there's already like things that are in common that are checked off. So people are less guarded because you're in the same space with like-minded people who want to do the same thing. And generally speaking, everyone has similar goals. They want to be resourceful, they want to help people, they want to make music, they want to express themselves. So when we come to this space, all there really is to do, the icebreaker is already done. Like you're already there, you're just there connecting with people, human to human. You get to see each other's experiences through whatever work they're doing. If we're in the NAM space, there's some people with booths or they're performing or doing whatever. And then there's moments where you're having one-on-ones or group conversations about just things about life. And it's just so interesting and amazing. And I think just watching you all get together and me being able to be part of that thanks to him, like it's just really cool because you're already in a less guarded space and you're just connecting with people who are like-minded.
I think you said that really, really well.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part of it. I want to add one thing though.
Mhm.
When I meet other people who I've watched in videos, I feel like a huge fan. I am
course.
kind of, yeah, it's like, wow, I've been watching your videos and now I see you in person. It's just so, I get kind of giddy and everything. I try to hide it and then I just try to just be chill, like, oh,
No,
yeah, so, you know.
no, you don't hide it.
But
Don't do it.
no, but
I love that
really
he doesn't hide it. Like,
I really do feel that. And,
Yeah.
And so I think part of it too is like, oh, finally this person's in front of my face. I've watched all their videos and stuff already.
Yeah.
So now I can kind of get to know them as a friend. So let me ask some other questions
Yeah.
now. So I kind of like doing that because like, yeah, I know what you do already. I watched your videos, but now it's cool. We can try to be friends too.
I will say there is an excitement of seeing someone that you've been watching, whether it's through him or whatever, to meet them in person. And I think people feel the same way about us, right? But then there's also like regular people who just love music. That we have similar excitement, sometimes even more, meeting just people who love music and are there for the music. And just hearing where someone's come from, their background, why did they travel to that spot, and the excitement, like that fuels me. I love getting to know people. So, I think like whether you're an expert or professional or someone that's beginning or just someone that's coming in as a viewer and wants to check out the space or gear, it's a really cool place to be excited to see, like, oh my gosh, wow, there's someone that looks like me that's here. You know, like this time, I mean, not to single out all the people, but this time in NAMM, usually we've been going to NAMM for what, like 7-8 years?
Mhm.
This is the first time this year I felt like, oh my gosh, there's so many Indians here. Like
Oh,
Indian
really?
producers, Indian artists, singers. And I was like, it made me so happy because when the first 2-3 NAMMs that we went, no one really looked like us. At least we didn't, you know, come across those people, and especially like couples or whoever. Now people come up to us and they're like, I brought my wife because of you guys.
Oh, cool.
Like I
That's
brought
amazing.
like in couples in the last few times, like we've had dozens of people be like, yeah, we're coming, this is our date weekend, you know? So it's really cool whether you're actually doing the videos or not, you know, to the influence you can have or see.
Absolutely. I think you guys, I'm sure you guys have to know you guys are such a positive influence on the community. Tap Records says, not a conspiracy. Sanjay and Dharti are the nicest couple in the producer community. Met them at Mix Nick.
Oh,
And
yes.
they were
Oh.
so friendly. Like, you guys, honestly, not only do you guys just leave people feeling so just happy, but I feel like you guys are just a good influence on the producer community in general, because even for me, when I met you guys and just seeing the interactions that you guys have with everybody else and you know, us, it's just like, man, I want to be more like that. Like, I want to be able to make people feel like how they make people feel. It's very impactful, and I think you guys are you guys are just such a great you know, great people to have in the community. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. But you all are the same, you know. It's like we feed off of each other, right? It's like you come in with good energy. It's easier to give off good energy. I think the thing with that is, for me, it's really easy because I'm coming in as someone that doesn't really have expectations like probably you all would, including Sanjay. I'm like, hey, I'm the +1 at this party. I can do whatever I want. I can talk to whoever I want. I'm crashing this thing, you know? So I'm coming in with this really different confidence and really like all my guards down basically. And you see that. I think with you, it's...
Well, I actually, you know, what you were saying there, Autumn, actually reminded me of something. Is part of the reason that I want to make people feel that way is because there were so many times when I was starting out in music that I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel like I was part of. I felt like they were gatekeepers when it came to the to learning music production. Like they didn't want to share secrets, and it didn't seem like I was part of the group. And I took that feeling. I said, I never want anyone else to feel this. So if I make a video, I want anyone watching to never feel intimidated by what I'm talking about. I want them to leave the video saying, well, if you could make something out of this, I could probably do it too. And the same thing when I meet people, I'm like, I just want you to feel like that I'm going to be completely open about things, and I'm here to share whatever I know, and you can do it too. I want that feeling all the time because there were times that I didn't feel that.
And I love that. I love that about Sanjay because, you know, you guys know me. Like I said, for me, it's like the +1, and I love getting to know people and meeting people and help people in my way, right? Through mental health or whatever. But then being able to see what you've experienced in your past, and I've heard his stories, and being so approachable or trying to be as approachable as possible. I mean, it's when you're in these spaces, it's overstimulating, you know? Sometimes I have to tap in and be like, hey, somebody's looking at you. They want to, you know? But it's like the sounds and the people and stuff. But then like through that, I really, really love that perspective because like, I think I relate to that too. Like being bullied growing up and always feeling like the outsider, the outcast, like that's something that I also come in with any setting being like, hey, I don't want to be that person that's like, why is this person staring at me and they're intimidating? Like, I want to be the one with like, hey, come join us. Who are you? Like, it doesn't matter, you know? So that's a really, really amazing point. And we do yeah, that is like one of our biggest goals.
Yeah.
So
like
have we
the-
debunked the conspiracy theory?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think I just feel like what happens in real life is so different. So often at these places, somebody will come up to me and they'll be like, "Oh, like, what do you think of that, like, Moog 1? Or like, what do you think of that, like, thing, whatever." And I think to myself, like, you know what's interesting? All of my friends who are like actually like music production YouTubers never talk to me about gear. And it's such a different, sometimes I'm like, I think, okay, how would I put? Maybe we silo those parts of our lives, whereas it's not an obsession, right? We're enjoying music, but we're also people who like to go enjoy a concert, right?
Yes.
And
Go eat food.
yeah, so it's just one of those things where I'm like, all my friends who are music YouTubers, I never talk to them about music, but they're the people who show up the most doing music online. And then I think normal people think that we see each other. I'm like, yo, Sanjay, what do you think of that native instruments thing? And I would never do that. So, but what do you think? What do you guys
already
think?
Posted a video on it.
Yeah.
You're like, I already.
I'll just watch it. I don't need to
Yeah,
hear.
true.
I don't need to hear you talk about it. But what do you think are like? What do you think is another conspiracy, like the music YouTube space?
I have several, because I'm more like the observer and I hear people come up to us. I think people automatically think that you have every piece of gear for free and it's just sent to you and you've got all this money, and I'm like, no.
Money.
Sanjay and I are actively, like, since we started, we have been actively working with every single company on raising the prices on how much they give people commissions or, money to do certain videos and not lump it up instead of just sending gear or all this stuff. There's a lot that Sanjay's bought out of pocket because you've got to start somewhere.
You
right?
have to.
Right.
Music
and even
YouTube
when you're
isn't sustainable. Like, it's only works if it's truly a hobby and you're just doing it and buying gear and not caring about any return. Because as soon as you actually care about the return, there's no way through brands you'll ever be able to, like, probably the only person, like Dr. Mix, right? He makes so many videos. Like, he makes multiple videos a week with whatever brand. And I'm not, Dr. Mix, I think, is probably both of our friends, right?
yeah, he's nonstop.
But he's nonstop. And that's the
Yeah.
only way. A regular person can't. Like, what if somebody wanted to review a Moog Muse, but then they have to keep doing content, right? So, okay, they buy the Moog Muse. Okay, wait, I need more content. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Buy a PolyBrute 12 too? It's so terribly unsustainable.
Yep.
But also, I wanted to chime in.
Yeah.
I think people think that music YouTubers are just super lazy and get to sit back and just enjoy gear all day. And I know that, and I'm not going to say what it is, but Sanjay is definitely not someone who sits around making music YouTube with free gear all day. You definitely are doing something with your days.
He has a full-time job.
Yes,
So
that's what I'm getting
He
at.
still has a full-time job.
I have a full-time job, and the music part of it, of the video, is small compared to everything else that needs to be done for the video. There's so much learning of the gear, the plugins, the research and learning to make a valuable piece of content is so time consuming and is so important too. I take it really seriously because when I make a video, I always think of, is the person watching this going to really find this valuable? Are they going to say at the end of this that Sanjay Sanjay taught them something new, or Sanjay shared something new, that they understood this device, that they could make an informed purchase out of this. And if they do, are they going to say, Sanjay was right, I'm glad I watched that video and I made a good purchase because of what Sanjay told me? I'm thinking all that stuff, and that takes so much more time than just sitting around here and playing with stuff that maybe a company or two sent me. The funny thing about my synth collection is I've purchased all the synths myself, except maybe like 2 that are in my collection. And I've never made videos about it. I have gear that I've purchased myself that I'm like, I'm gonna get around to making a video, and I never do. But I also just have an enthusiasm and love for this stuff, and I can't help it. I go to the music store and I played a Prophet 6, and I'm like, I love the sound. I've got to have it. I'm taking it home, and maybe I'll make a video. I never did.
But let me share you the side of why he purchases a lot of the stuff and why a lot of artists do, right? Or musicians do, because companies will come at you and they'll lowball you and they'll be like, I'll give you $50 or $100 or whatever, right? You don't want biased content. Some people thrive off of it and it's fine. It's okay. Everyone does things differently. But here particularly, we don't like to have our biases. We actually do testing. He loves testing. We love data analysis, all that stuff, right? Like you guys do. So when you're purchasing your own stuff, you have anonymity. You have you have more control about how you're going to present your content, what you want to say about it, and all that stuff. Now, what I was trying to say earlier is Sanjay and I are actively working on, well, if a company comes to us, first of all, increasing the higher standards of pay, right, for independent artists. It's not going to be just here's gear or here's $100 or a few $100s. No, like this is, if you go into an office and you're spending 10 hours to work, what is your hourly rate, right? You're not doing this just for free because this is your work. Yes, you enjoy it. There's a passion. What is it? And you know the corporation is going to get money from it and stuff. But then, like, you're sharing this information and there's a lot of value to it. And there's a ripple effect to it, right? Yeah. So I'm losing my thought.
I mean, my honest belief is that
Sanjay's like, I'm just gonna be honest. He's like,
I think this is my true honest belief. Even if you're making a video and you bought it and you're putting it on the internet, especially if you buy it early, you're essentially doing free marketing for that company. Regardless of if you say, I paid for it myself, you're really helping the company for free. And yes. I mean, what is this behind me? Well, down here, the Moog matriarch, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted this Moog matriarch. I could have just made it and not made a video, but I like making videos. Do I realize that was like 15,000 free views for Moog? Sure. But I'm okay with that, right? But I think that's always the issue, is that doing something for free equals you were unbiased, when my opinion is I'm always biased. Like, look, I like Moog, but also if you bought something and made a video within like the first few days, like you rush to the store and you make a video, is that not like marketing content for the company?
Yeah, it totally is. You know, at the end of the day, I don't think to me, it doesn't matter. We're all enthusiastic about music. I'm enthusiastic about certain gear. I've used some headphones for a long time and I develop a bias that 100%. Way. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not coming at this with coming at any of these videos with zero bias. Yeah. But I try my best to make sure that okay, if somebody does like say, oh, well, Sanjay uses that all the time, and if I'm recommending it on camera, then I do keep that in mind, that I want them to be happy with what they're getting and understand where I'm coming from with it too, why I'm enthusiastic, the things I like, the things I don't like. And yeah, I've been using them for a long time, so maybe that's why I like them more than the next. But yeah, there's no completely unbiased YouTube viewer out there. You just got to try your best. And to me, what I always think is that I think the viewers should trust what I say. If I have an opinion, if I'm saying, hey, this is great, you definitely should get it. I want them to be able to trust me. And that's only going to happen over time as I recommend things, people buy it, and they're happy with it. Or if I don't recommend something and people agree. And I just try to keep that trust going, because I think that's the most important part for me.
Yes.
And that's why I wanted to point out, and I wasn't sure that, you wanted to fully have me say it, but Dharti, thank you for saying it, was that I think people assume that, like, when you're there's a larger YouTuber in general, but a larger YouTuber in the music space, that you've like quit your job and now you have to literally do anything for Moog
Yeah.
or Arturia,
Right.
like send you a new thing. And
Oh,
ever since I knew
yes.
Sanjay, he's been working full time.
Yeah.
So sure, there's some extra money in that, but it's not to literally keep a roof over his head.
Oh, totally.
Reviewing a
Yeah.
synthesizer.
But
You
I
need
also
stability. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I love what Dharti said earlier about like what's your hourly wage, because there seems to be not everybody, but there are some people in the community that kind of demonize creators for making money, which it's crazy to me, because there's so much free content, there's so much research, and it's just a lot of work that goes into it.
There's a lot of money in
Production.
TV.
It's a whole production.
It's a whole production, and I get so happy when I see creators get sponsored, or I know that they're making something out of their video. And funny enough, we had talked to the chat like not that long ago, like a few live streams ago, about this topic, and everybody was like, oh yeah, I'm happy when creators get paid, so it seems like the people that are not happy about it seem to be kind of loud, but I think there's more people out there that are a little bit more normal like us, if that makes sense.
I think it's about education, right? It's about awareness and education. It's like going back to the example of like, if I got paid $200 to make a 8-minute video, well, to someone I say, well, that was just 8 minutes. But how long did it take to make that 8-minute video? Some people are researching for 2-3 weeks. Some people are prepping for it for a month. So would you take $200 for a month of work? Or
I would never.
Let's break it down to hours. Say altogether it was anywhere from 10 to 20 hours. Would you take $200 for 10 to 20 hours? Divide the 200 by that. How much is that per hour? So the thing I really enjoy about being his partner is the business and accounting side of it. Is because you're making the music and everything, but be smart. You have a living, right? The reason why Sanjay still has to work is because almost 3 years ago, I had to quit my full-time job because I had all my health issues and all these surgeries and stuff, right? Someone had to keep working. Meanwhile, you're running a full-on YouTube channel. You have, like you said, bills to pay. We have our mortgage. We have all these things. I think sometimes when the dehumanizing comes in, and this is where it's okay to give a gentle reminder to someone that, wait, you know what? It's not just we're here and hey, what's up? Blah blah blah, money. Like we're being resourceful. We're helping. We're doing a lot of pro bono free stuff. Meanwhile, but like we have our bills. It's not just him. He's not single. If he was single, he'd probably quit his job, right? But he has someone that has chronic illnesses and stuff. His mom's been in and out of the hospital, which he doesn't really talk about, but parents are getting older. You have dependents, you have a dog or a cat, you have kids, all these different things, and it keeps going, right? There's life. So what do you need to sustain that?
We only have so much time.
Yeah.
Like I like how Boogerfoot in the chat said $2 for 800 hours. And my thing is like, in reality, that's probably the beginning of YouTube for anyone who's serious.
Yeah.
You literally start and there's nothing. And then you say, let me start making videos. By the time you somewhat get successful enough to get your first like ad rev like thing happening, meaning the whole 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subs.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I can almost guarantee there's 800 to 1,000 hours. There has to be.
And that always changes too.
Yeah,
that benchmark of
Yeah.
when you can start earning and stuff. Because when we first started, Sanjay and I used to do travel videos and tech reviews and stuff. We used to do
Yeah.
like restaurant reviews. And it was like you needed 100 subscribers and
Mhm.
just 1,000 whatever it was views
Yeah, it
or
was
something.
different back then.
It was
Yeah, it
so
was different.
different. So as you keep moving,
It was
yeah.
easier back then. It
Yeah.
was hard, but it was easier. Now,
It's different. It's a
It's
different.
very saturated field, but
It's very different.
that's why it's very important to be individuals. Don't do everything that others are doing. You can
Yes.
enjoy in that, but be yourself because someone's coming to see you. They can get the same information from, look at this. You guys all have similar stuff, similar audiences and stuff. You definitely want to be yourself and have someone feel connected to you and who you are and what you bring to the table.
yeah, don't do what's easy.
Yeah. I want to shout out a few people I saw in
Yeah.
the chat. Mike from Creative Sauce is here. I also
Let's
saw
go.
Jay Etienne, who is a regular viewer. And also,
That's how busy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tim Arterberry is also here.
what? Tim?
Tim reached out to me when I first started my channel, and he was in school, and he was doing this project where he took PlayStation controllers. You know the ones that have that little light at the end of them that it's
Yeah.
like the move things, and he made we made them MIDI compatible, and we came up with this really cool concept where I could bow with those two controllers like I'm playing a cello. And we put this whole thing together with his stuff that he created. It was called Move MIDI. He created that little program with the PlayStation controllers, and I made a video out of it. And I actually
Yeah, it was
performed
incredible.
I performed a Drake song while bowing a cello with PlayStation controllers. But yes, Tim, I saw Tim in the chat, so it's
Wow,
nice to see him.
Tim.
Shout out to
I know.
Tim.
He's
Shout
a
out.
genius. And then Busy is here. Hi, Busy.
I know. I saw busy.
Wow, all
Busy,
these
what is
people.
up?
Unwoo,
Busy.
what's up? Okay,
Okay.
last topic. You won't see it. The chat will see it. I probably should stop referencing this, but whoops. Move this over. The topic. Dharti, if you can read the topic, what does it say?
Yeah.
I can see it here too.
Let's see.
I don't see it yet.
There's a little
It'll be
tiny
there soon.
delay
It'll
on
be
my
there
phone.
It's what would you say is the most valuable piece of advice to give to aspiring musicians on YouTube?
There it is.
Valuable piece of advice for aspiring musicians. Okay, I have tons of advice, but you go ahead.
One from each.
Okay, well, just one?
Yeah. Well, you
You
won.
can give a couple.
Dharti won.
No? Okay.
Autumn won.
Okay, okay. So it's the thing I say at the end of every video. Make the music
both?
you love. It's that. It's what that's the thing I always say, and I totally 100% believe, and I think it applies to everything. It's not just about that doesn't just apply to music. It applies to so many things.
Mhm.
It's about doing it your way, finding your own audience. Not
Mhm.
everybody's gonna love you, but if you do something that you believe in that's really authentic to you, the right audience will find you.
Agreed.
And that's those are the people that you want. Those are the people you want to speak to. So that is my number one. But the second thing, I know you just said one,
No,
but the second,
go for it.
so important. I have learned by doing this YouTube thing that there's so much hard work that goes into this stuff. Creative work requires so much hard work.
Yeah.
And that means so much rejection, a lot of negativity from people, but you just have to, you have got to put in those hours.
Yes.
And
You
ignore the negativity.
You've got to put in all those hours. You've got to do more because you're striving for something that's kind of extraordinary, right? You're trying to outshine a million other people who are trying to do the same thing you are. So you've got to put in that work. So that hard work, hard work is that second thing.
Agreed.
You guys want to go? Or should
No, you're next.
Yeah, I think anything you do in life, you need to work hard at it. I'm also from the type of Indians that work smarter, not harder. So while you're working hard, be efficient, learn the skills, and don't kill yourself over things. Try to get to the point a little bit quicker. make an impact,
Yes.
be purposeful in what you're doing. What's the bigger picture? That's always been my thing. Like, I come across so many people that are just looking at things from this lens. It's so small. What is the bigger picture? There's a lot of small things that make that bigger picture. Who are you actually talking to? While you're doing that, are you being authentic to yourself? Does this feel right for yourself? Is it something that gives you joy and happiness? So I think at the end of the day, anything you do, make sure you're being true to yourself and keep an open mind. My biggest thing since I was young, and it was always like, why do I like hearing other people's stories? Because there's a perspective in there. There's a different angle, a different lens that you could see things. Not everything has to be one or even 100 ways. There are billions and trillions of ways you can do things, and the possibilities are endless. But put in the work and act on it so you can figure that out for yourself and for the people around you.
Nice.
Agree. Autumn.
Love
You're
that,
next.
Dharti. Yeah, love what you said. Going off of what you said about being purposeful, you guys, like, you can look around your studio right now and probably find like something to make a video about. If you guys wanted to do music YouTube, you don't have to like go out and buy something. You could literally look around your studio, like let's say the Akai MPK Mini, then go to this thing called either vidIQ or TubeBuddy, put in the keyword, look at the search volume. This is really like geeky stuff. Look at the search volume for that keyword. Look at the competition, and if the competition is low and the search volume is high, that's a pretty good
There's
indicator
a need.
that there's people are wanting that content, and you can make a video on that piece of gear and sprinkle in your music, and that way you're kind of killing tubers with one stone. There's ways to be purposeful with the stuff that you already have out there. So
Yes,
That's great.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
That's how I started. Like, my first 5 videos were the Prophet 6, the Sub 37, the Tempest, the Mother 32, literally 5 pieces of gear that I already own. So
Yeah.
applause to Autumn for pointing out your house is full of ideas already.
yes.
yeah, it is.
And I'll go last, and I'll just say, don't be lazy. Like, everybody who is making content on the internet, it's available to everyone, right? I don't think standing out is the most important thing. I think making something you're proud of is the most important thing. So if you're lazy or you want to make lazy content, that's a reflection of how you feel about the people who are going to be viewing it. It's a reflection of you. So lazy doesn't mean making easy edits and buying super lights. It just means every time you do something, say like, I'm going to be 100% proud of this thing. And I think in turn, it's going to be better on the outcome. So just low effort is really like a reflection of how you feel about the people watching. And I think that I don't think anyone respects you being lazy, to be honest. So
That's great advice. And I have to say, Stephen, when I watch your videos, that really shows.
extremely low effort.
You put care into your content.
Beautiful.
And there's time. I can tell that there's a lot of time and effort that went into that. So yeah, if anyone
Definitely.
wants to watch someone who has not been lazy with their content, go watch Noire Blanc V. Excellent.
That's right.
Excellent.
Everyone wants me to do. Oh, what was I going to say? I think to wrap up the stream,
No, already?
it's only an hour.
That's it? Oh my gosh.
What?
I feel like we can go
Oh,
on
wait,
for
hold
2
on.
hours.
I got to get something too. Talk amongst yourselves. Because I was going to open that thing, Autumn. Hold on.
Well, let's go into the chat. I
Yeah.
love the comments. I've been kind of like looking over and really, really appreciate the engagement has been really amazing. So, people in the chat, when you come to spaces like this, when there's creators and they have these live events, is it helpful to have the chat and to be able to engage like this, as opposed to leaving a comment and hoping that someone will reply back? I've always wondered that.
I'm opening
from
a
our
card Autumn
perspective-
gave me, everyone.
Oh, okay. Well, to answer Dharti's question, just while chat answered it, I think it's like Steven and I were talking about this. So with like comments or with YouTube, like comments and stuff, like there's, you're getting a lot of reach with a YouTube video, and with live stream, you're getting more depth. Like the connection, you're getting more depth in the connection. So it's like there's reach and then there's depth. So that's kind of what, at least for us, that's what we've kind of noticed. Like, they'll tell us about their lives and stuff, and you get kind of like more direct, like one-on-one feedback, which is nice. Okay, F. Dot says, I think it's just different. It's enjoyable to feel like you're hanging out with a group of people and just yap about things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like live is so necessary. Also, Autumn, thank you for a beautiful card and
Yay.
a beautiful $50 of DoorDash. Let's go, guys.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you, Autumn.
You are very welcome.
I like what Mike says. Creative Sauce says it's useful because we create in isolation. We need to feel connected.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
I think
so
this is
true.
definitely
100%.
yeah. It's a nice way to connect.
I'll tell everybody right now, the job of being a YouTuber is sitting in a room by yourself.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it can get so
That's the job
isolating.
description.
It really can get so isolating, and that's honestly, I love this live stream because I'm as soon as I became a mom, or even as soon as I got pregnant, I kind of like stepped away from like creating just in general. But this live stream like has kept me just kind of, I don't know, just like in the room with music
Aw.
people, and it's really nice,
Yeah.
I thought Autumn was gonna quit. She's still here.
Oh no, you better not.
Autumn will stream from anywhere, literally.
I
Bring
really
your
will.
baby.
I have actually my baby. Like
She
there
has.
was like one
Oh,
stream where
yeah.
Like, I gotta turn the camera off.
I covered the baby with like the iPad, and he was just like napping. He was just like napping, so you guys could just see, like they were able to see just like the top of the baby's head.
Yeah. Oh, get him
Yeah.
used to the chatter. You
Yep.
know, something interesting that might be coming up. People for years have been telling me to do live on YouTube and Instagram because of a lot of the stuff that I talk about. And, working with an introverted producer here, I'm like the loudest person in the house. The chattiest person. My dog and my cat, they're both kind of mute. So, people are like, you should start doing live and create a community. I want to talk a lot about the women's health stuff and also give tips on life things, from my psychology background on how to work in a business and how to deal with life stuff while you're working and stuff. So, seeing this last week, it just felt so nice to see the community that you're building and to experience. I mean, I wish I could respond to every single person today, but just seeing that engagement, I know as an extrovert, that would fuel my soul so much.
This is great for me as much as I hope it is for other people, because I watch lives, right? Like, I actually, so there on Autumn knows, I bought some new streaming stuff, and we've been going through the streaming gauntlet of how to make this like the best quality we can for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get there. I mean, you guys have had a little bit of up and down bitrate stuff, right? So like it's fraught with like hurdles, the live thing, just for an hour. But a good live stream where people are engaging with the chat and the chat's engaging with the chat, and it kind of is like there's nothing that feels as good as being in a good live, because even after the live is posted, you don't really even want to watch the live as much because it's about that it's happening now.
Yeah,
you
Right.
know?
100%. Really quick shout out to Creative Sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for that donation or that gift. Really appreciate
That's a
you.
lot.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dharti, I think you should
then-
absolutely do lives, Dharti, because I feel like I mean I've only like really hung out with you like through NAM, right? So not a whole lot. However, I feel like just being around you, I've kind of learned through osmosis. Is that the word that I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Like you weren't necessarily telling me like, you know, do this or do that, but like through you, I kind of just like watched how you were and I was like, I want to be more like that. Like, how can
Aw.
I do that? And I actually was able to do like a little mom event, and I brought like a bunch of moms together that didn't know each other, and they had
Uh-huh.
like the best time like with their kids and like with each other, and they're like, thank you so much for
Wow.
inviting me. And that's like 100% like something that I learned through you, and you don't even know that, you know what I mean?
No! Oh my
But-
gosh.
But that's why I feel like you actually should do. I'm glad that you're thinking about that, because I think you should, because you don't even realize like how you affect and inspire other people, and you're not even like trying to. You're just, well, you maybe you are trying to, but
No.
but you're just like
I
just
mean-
being you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've come a long way being trying to be me. That means a lot. Like,
true.
you know, I'm a crybaby. So.
But also,
I like-
you know, this all comes naturally to her. For me, being an introvert, I had to kind of learn this skill of talking on camera and making a decent video that I wasn't cringing at when I watched it back. But for her, she's like, you turn the camera on, she's like, this is just who she is,
I'm like,
which
hello,
is so awesome.
I'm here.
Which
My problem
it's,
is the technical side.
no, but
Putting in the work.
for most people,
Yeah.
it's doing what you do is really hard. You've got a gift, so yeah, you should.
Ah.
You really do
Thank
have a
you
gift.
so much. I really
Yeah.
will hold that so close. That's such a great compliment, because you don't really know the effects of who you are and what you can do for people until someone tells you. And I really, really appreciate that. I'm proud of you for doing that, because I
Thank
know
you.
that's a lot of energy with everything that you're going through and what, all your roles and stuff. So huge thing on that. People will view you that way. I think that's what I love, is just passing on the information, making people aware, and empowering people. I think I always tell people Sanjay and I are the most non-competitive people you will ever meet. When people are like, what did you think about that creator posting that? I'm like, who cares? There's space
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to me, kind of mentioning, like, I was bullied most of my childhood, and feeling like a outsider. I had to build skills to break through that and learn the social skills of, like, well, if someone like me came into the room, how would I approach them so they felt safe, they felt open, they felt like they could be themselves, and be able to express themselves the way that they could. And so you learn these things. And of course, I worked in the psych field for over 20 years. So working in the psych field, I've worked with national terrorists all the way to, whoever, all the different types of people, the richest, the poorest, all that stuff. So when you've seen it all and you've seen the spectrum of human behaviors, I think it kind of becomes your power tool to navigate through different settings and different social circumstances. And meanwhile, you have to ground yourself too, because I have my problems like everyone else. I have my health issues. You go through mood things. I went through menopause this year, because of my surgeries and all that. And now I'm postmenopausal and my hormones are up, and I'm educating men and women on this, because every woman's going to go through this. And it's like, well, while I'm doing that, how can I still continue to be inspired and be inspiring, So I really appreciate it.
That's a disconnect. Everyone thinks if you got one piece of free gear from Moog, you have no problems. anymore. But I think I'm always trying to humanize the side of YouTube where it's like, what was the thing we all loved before a company got in our inbox? And it was, we loved music. And I think us being us, we always will put music above everything else. Right now, some people are different, but I think any YouTuber who truly just started from nothing, you're still the same YouTuber who started with nothing, even if you have 500,000 subscribers. You're hopefully not jaded, and people saying crappy things still hurt your feelings. It's still, you're still real people.
Oh my gosh, when we first started, the racist comments that we would get, like beyond more than anything else, the critical stuff we've seen on other people's stuff, but then Sanjay would leave it. He's like, ignore, and we really sat down one day and we were like, wait, this is a community, an online community. We have communities in person. And I had that perspective of like, especially on my socials too, when people make body comments or whatever. If someone was walking through my house and they made that comment, would I let them in my house? So why am I letting them into my community and into the space where I'm creating the safe space, and he's trying to create a safe space? So we started really creating that culture.
Setting the right tone.
Really actively setting the right tone. And to this day, every company that goes to his channel is like, your comment section, your community is the most positive we have seen, hands down. And it's because we don't allow hate, we don't allow negativity in that way, we don't allow put downs, and just
I mean, you can put your questions there, you can be critical,
constructive criticism is okay.
But I mean, it's YouTube,
but
it's going to happen, but we try to create that space.
It's an extension of your community.
I want to shout out somebody too. Kudrat Patel is here. That's Dharti's brother, and also
what's up?
Editor,
hey Kudrat.
Editor of so many of my videos, most of my videos these days. He's an amazing editor, and he's
my poor brother.
Hey Kudrat, cut this stream down into chunks, repurpose it.
My brother, let me tell you, he is an incredible photographer. Check his IG out. He's like a nature photographer. He should be on the National Geographic, okay? And we pulled him into this because we're like, oh, creative person, photography, videos. He can be an editor.
But he's better than me now. He's taken it to things to a whole new level. He's awesome to work with.
He edited his first video with us, and he's loved it. And he's gone through a lot, learning new skills and growing with Sanjay. Sanjay's had crazy growth since he's been with us for the last 3 years and stuff. So if you have siblings, put them to work.
I think the truthful thing about, and maybe you guys can agree, this will be the last point, is that the people you see on the internet are actually typically similar to those people like in real life. Even like, do you ever go to Sanjay's channel and he seems like he's gonna be like, F this synth, this piece of crap? He doesn't. But also in real life, he doesn't say that. Same with Autumn, same with me. I don't really talk about people on YouTube because I would never talk about people in real life. Not because I'm super nice, but just because I don't want to spend my time doing that on the internet or in real life. And people who seem different on the internet are different in real life, right? And I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just saying the way Rick Beato is on the internet is the way Rick Beato is in person, right? And I don't know, depends if that's what you like or if that's what you don't like.
I love the way you're trying.
Person. I'm just saying.
I like that point. You know what's interesting though, Stephen, you mentioned that, and it reminds me of something. I was at this music conference recently, and somebody asked me my opinion about something, about something I talked about in a video, and they say, And so they approached me in this way. They said, but now off the record, what did you really think about that? And it's just, it was so weird to me because I'm like, I don't care if it's on the record or off the record. That's what I thought. And I'll tell you the same thing right now.
Yeah, actually,
wow.
He does get that. Like, people are like, well, tell me the real thing.
But I think it's also maybe because I am a positive person, but I also make videos about stuff that I like. I am genuinely excited about this music stuff. We live in an amazing age when we we can get our hands on all sorts of cool stuff, and it's so much cheaper than it used to be. Wow, we're so lucky. I'm excited. When I get a new piece of gear, I'm truly excited, enthusiastic about it. And it shows, and I love showing that. So yeah, it's kind of weird sometimes somebody meets me in person like, but off the record, I'm like, no, everything's on record. I'm not going to say something different than I did in my videos because that's what I believe.
Yeah, the truth is, almost everything is good and not broken. Like 98% of new things are.
Yeah.
It's a subjective thing. That's the problem. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
It can be totally subjective, but you're so right. We're just so lucky with what we can get hands on these days. And it's good stuff.
Like Behringer.
Anyway, like you were trying to make your final point. And
I'm just saying it's something like Behringer.
Someone's asking you what your favorite headphones are.
Oh, my favorite headphones. It constantly changes, but right now they are the Sony MV1s. They're open backs. I have them over there. They're really nice, but my favorite headphones keep changing. So ask me again next year. I'll be something different.
I just think it's even like I think there's a lot of like controversy around like, oh, Behringer and whatever. And my thought is, regardless, it's just another way to get stuff for cheap. Like it's just I don't know what you say. Everything is going to get cheaper. They might just be first to the market, but everything is good, unfortunately. Like it's hard to say. I feel like people want me to say something bad, and I'm honest, so I'm not always like overly positive, but it's hard to say something bad when realistically almost everything is good. And if it's not good, it's so cheap that you excuse it. So it's like,
yeah. I will say there are times where I can't hide my disappointment. So I'll give you like the keyboard behind me. It's my daily MIDI controller. It's the Native Instruments S88. So I had the Mark II before this, and then they came out with the Mark III, and in the video I couldn't hide my disappointment because I wanted them to kind of take a leap, but they took a little step. And I said that in the video. I wanted them to do this and I wanted them to do that, but it didn't really get there. But hey, but my disappointment's going to come through too, because as enthusiastic as I was about seeing that next step, they didn't deliver it, and I really couldn't hide my disappointment about it.
But there's a way of expressing that, right? I think in general, we both come from fields where, like, I've worked in schools or hospitals, and he's worked in his job where you kind of have to be a little more diplomatic and respectful of how you translate your disappointments and stuff, right? In an approachable way. Or you're thinking, well, if a child is watching this video, or if a parent is watching this, or someone, an expert, it should be kind of universal. So
you got to get the right point across. It's that I can say that I'm disappointed, but I still have to say this keyboard does all these amazing things that I could never have done just a few years ago. So yeah, it's still amazing. Did I want them to shoot for the stars? Yeah, I totally did. But still, hey, it's good. And is it worth what you're going to pay for it? Maybe. Go watch the video.
Yeah, Catherine says the grim reality is that almost everything everywhere is fine, and somehow people are upset about it. And my true thought is around, I bought this on stream quite a while ago. Well, I didn't buy it on stream, but I told stream about it. And I said to Autumn, I got a Mac Mini, like M1 Mac Mini, for like $250 at Best Buy. It was like open box. You remember that, Autumn, right?
I do.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I said, like, this feels like a microcosm of everything. I could find something wrong with like a $300 Mac Mini, but for the amount of like 8 billion good things at the extremely bottom of the basement price, naturally you're just like overwhelmed with how much you're getting. So you almost like forgetting, like, what am I supposed to be mad at? Because being mad about something comes from like an emotional place. So if you're a normal person, the outweighing of good emotion, it just outweighs the bad, and you sort of like, you weigh it like a normal person instead of like, wait, 10,000 good things, but this one thing, and I'm gonna make a video about this one thing.
There's one thing. It's not black and white, and I think that's what sometimes people can fixate on. Like either it's good or it's bad. It's like no, there's so many.
Fixation.
Exactly. There's so many different variables.
I'll say this though, that sells on YouTube.
Yes,
it does.
Yes, it does.
I don't like that.
Hate gets views.
Yeah.
And some people,
we need to change that.
And some people use that to get popular.
I don't think we can change it. I think
we can change it.
Well, my psychologist, my therapist, I talked to her. She said it's a natural human thing. It's natural. It's like it's why YouTubers say things about, I hate all the negative comments, but in reality, it's 99 good comments and 1 negative comment. And I always say, like, I don't really focus. Well, I don't read comments at all anymore, but it's just a natural thing. And I think that people, you guys know how big CoffeeZilla is now. What is CoffeeZilla? It's all about scams. People just want.
They want to find a demon.
They want to find the bad guy.
There you go. They want to find the bad guy.
And it's sad. I mean,
it is.
It's sad, but that's where we're living. It seems.
It is.
But we can still create a community of openness,
like this one.
Like I was saying, we all get along because we're optimists. We come at life in a more positive way. We know that there's possibilities. We're not stuck in any sort of way. There's not one solution to everything. And the more we invite people to know that, and the more people kind of take a step back and open their minds and kind of practice that for themselves, it's going to keep going. Just keep going. That's what I feel. And I've seen that happen.
Okay. Well, we'll end it there.
Okay.
I want to thank our lovely guests. Finally, Sanjay and Dharti, let's go.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
for inviting us. We're so
They'll
happy.
be back with a more stable bit rate in the future.
Were we like just 2 blobs the whole time?
Not the whole time.
It was AI the whole time, guys.
It was AI the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Well, as Sanjay, I'm going to let you say your outro. So it's an official outro for the stream.
Oh.
So go ahead, and then we'll end it.
Thank you all for watching. Thanks to everyone in the chat, and Stephen and Autumn. You've been wonderful hosts. Everyone out there, keep making the music you love, and we'll all see you later.
Bye.
I was like,